What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Eli. Welcome to Shaver's Thoughts. And shit, I just got done watching The Walking Dead, season 8, episode 9, Honor. And I gotta say, man, this episode was one of the most heart-tugging episodes in TV history that I've ever watched, because we got to see another beloved character of The Walking Dead perish before our very eyes. This episode, it started off, with Rick imagining life after the war with the Saviors. He has a bigger beard that's more gray. Obviously, he's gotten older. He's with a cane. He walks with a cane. Judith's a lot older. She's walking with him to the kingdom. They're greeted by Jerry, Ezekiel's right-hand man. And it looks like Alexandria. Matter of fact, no. It just looks like Alexandria has just gotten bigger, as Carl explained the story at the very end. He kept expressing to to Rick, and was showing how there's another way. You don't have to kill all the saviors. You can save some for yourself. And so throughout this episode, we saw Morgan and Carol do damage to the saviors. To get Ezekiel back. Morgan just went on a rampage, just killing all those guys because they had to go look for Henry, little Henry. His brother was killed out in the outpost during the mid-season finale, or I believe before the mid-season finale, before the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead. And he just wanted to get back, he just wanted to get vengeance for his brother. His brother was killed by the Sabres, so why not? And he actually killed, one of, I think one of the people that Ezekiel saved, I believe, or vice versa, or just one of the right-hand men of, I should say, one of the top gatherers of the Saviors. And, man, it was ruthless. Carol, of course, was upset because she didn't want the kid to be out there. She wanted him to stay at the place, and just stay there. He shouldn't have to see all this carnage. But of course, Ezekiel understood. He said, no, listen, Henry. You look at me, you don't look at the dead body. He doesn't want him to be taunted by that dead body, of course. And it was rough, man. I gotta tell you, it was rough. Because the guy before he was killed by Henry, he asked Morgan, like, why are you doing this for the kid? Even if when you kill me, you're not gonna stop Negan. That's for one. Two, you're gonna wake up in the same shitty ass place you always woke up in. And before Morgan had a chance to even kill the guy, Carol wanted to talk to him and tell him, like, listen, you told me that we have to be better than them. You told me that, so don't do this. And then that's when Henry actually stabbed the guy right through the back of his throat with one of his sticks. It was gruesome, but then also, Sadiq finally, got a chance to meet all of Alexandria's survivors while they were down in the tunnel hiding from the Saviors. He told Carl, he said, I'm going to honor you by showing your family, your friends, and the people of Alexandria that what you did wasn't for nothing. It was for something, and, Rick, man, God, I just feel so bad for Rick, man. He's lost his wife, another love interest, and now his son, it was a close call in season 6, when he got his eye taken out. And so many close calls for Carl, but then again, everyone bites the dust, eventually. But, I feel bad for him because now the only thing he has now is his daughter, Judith, and he has to live the rest of his life without his son, And it's really touching to see Carl actually give Judith the sheriff hat that Rick gave to Carl, and to which Carl actually said, Mom told me that I was going to change this world, and I didn't, but now you can. And Daryl said, listen, you saving all these people, that's on you, buddy. That's all you. So you did do something. Of course, Daryl got everyone to the hilltop because that was actually a plan that Rosita actually came up with, because Dwight, of course, was against it because all the Sabres are scattered, probably towards the hilltop, out towards the west. So he thought they were all going to get caught, but they eventually left, and Carl and Michonne got Carl to the burned down Church of Alexandria, where Carl offed himself, and Michonne and Rick had to bury him. So there was that. You know, Sadiq offered to give Carl some medicine to turn down the fever and possibly to save him. In fact, that's actually what Michonne wanted to do. She wanted to get Carl to the hilltop so then that way he could be saved somehow. But Rick said, no, I have to stay here with him. I want him to stay here. You know. You know, it's definitely tough. You know, like Chandler Rick said in a recent interview, he said that he hopes that Carl will actually come back in some form. You know, most likely he'll probably come back in the form of a flashback. You know, just the way Abraham did for Sasha when she departed. So hopefully that'll happen. I gotta say, man, Rob Kirkman, you were truly unpredictable. You were the true definition of the word predictable. Because I didn't really expect Carl to go off like this, man. I expected Rick or someone else to go off, not Carl. But you know, it was a very fitting tribute to Carl. I'm glad he went out on his own merits and he did some good before he left. So rest in peace to Carl. And honestly, I believe Rick will keep his promise to Carl as well. You know, to make sure the dream that he sees, you know, old man Rick and Judith, you know, living and surviving in harmony with Alexandria and everyone else, you know, comes to fruition, comes to reality. You know, and as Rick kept telling Carl, I promise to make it true. I promise to make it true. Like, it's gonna happen. So I feel like Rick will honor Carl's wish to the best of his ability. Thank you for watching. This has been Eli from Schaefer's Thoughts. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What did you guys think about Carl's departure? Did you want him to go? Did you want to see him go? Did you not want him to see him go? What do you think is going to happen next? Let me know in the comment section below.